Welcome to Over Under. I'm your host, Tony Anderson, and you're now tuned into the show that's going to break down some of the best sports bets that Ohioans simply cannot pass up. Joining me today are two of the best in the biz, starting with Ohio's own Ryan Lewis, beat writer for the Akron Beacon Journal, and Bet for the Win senior writer Prince J. Grimes. Gentlemen, today we are talking hoops. Now, Ryan, the Cavs are one of the hottest teams in the league, coming off of a huge win versus Boston earlier this week. Now, I know you follow the team closely. Looking at this weekend's action, do you believe smart money is on Cleveland versus the Heat and Hornets, or are you betting against your home team?
You know, I may actually go with Miami and Charlotte here if you can find enough points and, expect them to cover a spread, because the Heat are a pretty tough matchup for Cleveland. In their last matchup, which was in Cleveland, where the Cavs have been, this season a much better and a much different team than they have been on the road. Miami was able to really slow down their pace, and it was a more of a playoff-style defensive grinding game, and that's something that will suit Miami well. Before Monday night's game against the Celtics, Cavs coach J.B. Bickerstaff was asked about the team trying to gain some things out of playing back-to-backs like they're about to do with both Miami and Charlotte. And the first thing that he mentioned was Miami is a problem in and of itself, in addition to playing the back-to-back times. The Cavs have just really struggled to find that consistency on the road, where they've had trouble starting, and it's becoming somewhat of an issue to find that consistency. So if you can find a number with the Heat just expected to cover, even in Charlotte's case, where the Hornets are obviously not at that same level as Cleveland, the Hornets did take the Cavs to overtime last time they met. So if you can find a pretty big number and just hope that they can keep it close, I actually like that a bit more than maybe expecting the Cavs to run them out of the building.
Do you have faith in the Cavs to win the East?
The value that I still like is Philly at plus 550, because they're right there. Boston and Milwaukee have such lower odds, and that's probably for a good reason. But the way that Philly has been playing recently, to be able to get them at a relatively strong number of 550, I like that value just a bit more.
Prince, what about you?
No, I tend to agree with Ryan as far as Philly is concerned. They're kind of right there in the middle between the Cavs at such a long number and the Bucks and the Celtics, who are clearly the favorites in the East. I believe the Bucks are the best team in the Eastern Conference. If I had to, make a guess right now, I would say they're going to win the conference. But the good values on Philly, which is a team that I thought coming into the season could have the best regular season. And as far as Cleveland is concerned, they're a little ahead of schedule for me. I didn't see them as a top 4 team coming into the season. They play defense, which is always dangerous in the playoffs for other teams, when offenses go cold.
Now we are going to the West Side. Typical thinks that the Clippers will make the playoffs, and they feel a lot less confident in the Lakers. Prince, which of these LA teams would you bet on making the playoff?
I'm going to bet the Clippers, and I don't feel great about it, but I feel a lot better about their chances than the Lakers simply because of health, right? We don't know when LeBron James is coming back. Right now, he's kind of on the timeline where they're going to reevaluate him. That doesn't mean he's coming back when they reevaluate him in a couple of weeks.
All right, fellas, I'm going to do something unorthodox. You don't even have to say anything. Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. All right, I believe the Bucks are going to take on the Suns in the NBA Finals. The Suns are going to win. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, it's unanimous. All right, there you have it. Now you are armed with the info that can help you win big. I'm Tony Anderson. Join us here next week where we'll talk men's NCAA tournament action. And don't forget, head to Tipico to lock in your bets right now. You've heard our bets. You can take your bets to Tipico right now.
Hey sports fans, if you want to learn more about sports betting, be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, and be sure to check out all of our exclusive tips and fantasy coverage at betforthewin.com.